I've been traveling for work a lot recently. So I've been missing weeks of uploads. I've been missing days of making content because I've just been traveling for work. I've been traveling for the holidays, seeing family, seeing friends, doing all the things that we supposed to do. We're trying to get that bread, but we're trying to build them relationships as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to take care of both sides. It's not one or the other. It's both. But anyway, because I've been traveling so much, like I just said, I haven't been able to make as much content as I usually do. By the way, follow, if you don't already know this, I have a newsletter that always gets made every single week. So if you want to keep up with me, check out the newsletter. Link in the description and link in the bio, or link in the podcast, what the thing is called. Like, just basically the thing that you see when you're reading about the podcast. Point is, but the newsletter always goes out every single week. And it's the same thing that we talk about the podcast. It's your personal finance. It's money saving tips. It's what's going on in the economy right now. It's all of that stuff that we do on the podcast. I just moved a lot of it into a newsletter situation. But the point is, because of my travels that I've been doing recently, my usual routine has been completely knocked off. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been able to make like a full 5 TikTok or IG videos, like literally 5 videos every single week. I haven't been able to do that. As you guys already know, I missed weeks on the podcast. I haven't been able to work out for a full 5-day session. I actually get like 5 workouts in every single week is what I try to do in order to stay a little bit healthy. I haven't necessarily been eating the best either. Not that I'm complaining about that, because, your boy loves good food. And when good food is placed in front of the boy, I can't just be like, you know what? Nah, I'm trying to be, no. This is why I work out. This is why I do all the other stuff. This is why on a regular basis, I stay healthy. But anyway, that's actually like a lot of stuff has just been messed up on that front of just like my routine is completely knocked out of scramble. But the thing is, like, it's been okay. Just like I said just a second ago, talking about when I eat badly, when I go to my parents' house or I go out of town or anything like that. The reason why I can do that, the reason why I can still stay healthy, even though I'm not eating the healthiest when I go to other places, even though I'm not eating the cleanest when I go travel or when I go to my parents' house or when I do all of these things, the reason I can still do that is because the foundation has been set. It's because on a regular basis, I eat pretty healthily. I try to eat pretty healthily just when I'm by myself in my regular day-to-day life. In my regular everyday life, I do things that allow me to stay healthy. In my house right now, I don't have any like salty snacks. Like the worst snack that I have in my house right now is plantain chips, that's my guilty pleasure. That's the only thing I have. Usually when you come to my house, the things that you're going to find is fruits and nuts. That's what I like to have around instead of having a lot of like potato chips, having all these like crackers and snacks and all these things that aren't super healthy for me, because I know I'll indulge myself. So I just go ahead and never buy those things and put in the house. But not plantain chips, that's a whole separate section. But the point is, I try not to bring those things into the house so that my regular day-to-day life is a healthy one. So that I don't have to struggle when I'm like, oh, now I'm traveling out of town. Like, can I eat this? Can I not eat this? For me, it's a very simple yes, because I know that I've taken care of the things that need to be taken care of. And that's the same thing when it comes to our finances. Right now, we're in the holiday season. A lot of us has been doing a whole lot of shopping. I know I've been doing a lot more shopping than I regularly do. A lot of us have been spending that money left, right, and center. I know I've been doing it too. Even with the plethora of videos that I make about make a budget, save throughout the year for Christmas, like do all of these things. So don't make a budget. I hate budgets. But save throughout the year, make a plan, save throughout the year to get to the point where you actually have some money in your pocket to be able to spend during Christmas time and during the holiday shopping season, because it comes at the same time every single year. But still, a lot of the times I still go over budget. It doesn't matter how much I save. It doesn't matter how much I put to the side. It doesn't matter any of those things. I still go over budget. And the reason why I'm making this video and the reason why I'm making this podcast is to tell you that it's okay to go over budget for Christmas. If you've taken care of the big picture stuff. If on a regular basis, you're already doing all the things you know you ought to do on a regular basis. There's a reason I say that line every single video. Are you doing the things you know you ought to do? Are you taking care of the foundation of things that you should be taking care of on a daily basis? Because a lot of times we think that it's just going to be like this magical thing when all of a sudden things are just going to change. No, we have to take steps each and every single day in order for us to be successful at what we're trying to do. So what are those foundational things when it comes to our money, when it comes to personal finance? It starts with 1, are you already keeping track of how much you're spending every month to know how much you need to survive? Do you understand what your needs versus your wants are? Do you already have a plan in place for you to be able to do all of these things? It's just like the last newsletter that I put out. Check it out in the link in the bio. And I talked about making sure you understand the difference between your wants and your needs, and this will enable you to be able to make plans. 2, do you already have a lot of the things that you're doing in your life automated? What am I talking about? I'm talking about, do you already have a 401k plan at your place of work so you can actually automatically save? Or do you opt into it so you can automatically save for retirement? Do you have your savings set up in a way where it automatically saves and puts money away for emergency fund, for wedding funds, for all of these things that you have going on? Do you have it in place where you're saving for your Roth IRA automatically without you having to do anything, without you having to think about it? Do you have those automated things set up yet? Have you been doing this throughout the year? Have you put these things in place? Because these are the big picture items. Your credit cards, have you paid those off? Or are you paying those off consistently? If you have any debt, are you actively paying those things off? Are you actively being involved in those decisions? Are you paying your bills on time regularly? Do you have that automated? There's a reason why I keep talking about automation, because a lot of the time, the reason why we fail so much when it comes to our personal finances is we are too involved in the day-to-day decisions. We're not letting systems run in the background. We get motivated, but we're not able to stay on the path to success. As somebody once told me, your motivation will get you started, but your systems and discipline is what's going to keep you going. Motivation only lasts for a few days at best. And then when the hard times come, you're going to need something more to keep you going. So the question is, do we have these things in place? Do we have the bigger picture? Because if you're already investing in your 401k plan, if you're already investing in your Roth IRA, if you're already investing in an HSA, if you're already saving for an emergency fund, or you already have it in place, if you already have all these automated systems in place where you're paying off your credit card every time on time and you're paying it in full, or whether you have your bills always being paid, if you have these systems in place, then you don't even have to worry about those one-time events that happen that knock you off doing all the things. For example, in my situation right now, December is going to be expensive for me, which means I'm probably not going to save as much money as I usually do. In other words, I've had to cut out saving for some things. Saving for a wedding fund, saving for house fixes, saving for travel, and I'm not going to be able to invest as much as I would like to be, even though I would love to be investing way more money right now because the market, it's in a downturn right now, and I would just love to be dumping hundreds of thousands of dollars into that thing. Not that I have hundreds of thousands of dollars, but if I did, that thing would be getting dumped into the market right now. But the point is, I know my December is going to be expensive, so guess what I did? I adjusted. I said, you know what? Can't be saving for the wedding fund because that's a long picture item. Can't be saving for travel right now because that's a long picture item. Because right now, I need to make sure that I don't put myself in debt because I'm enjoying Christmas a little bit too much. But when you have the big picture items, because I know I'm going to be fine, but big picture wise, 401k, IRA, HSA, emergency fund, bills are being paid, credit card is paid off, all of that stuff is going well, I'm good. Big picture wise, there's nothing that's knocking me off of the trajectory that I'm moving in, to the end goal that I want to reach, the destination that I'm reaching for. And so that's what I wanted to share with y'all today is, do you have your systems in place to allow you to actually enjoy life? I used to say, now I say I don't like budgets, but one of the things that I used to tell people is your budget is a yes statement. Your budget is a yes statement. In other words, your budget should be allowing you to do the things you actually want to do and removing all the things that are unimportant. And so for this Christmas season, your boy gonna be going over budget. I'm gonna be spending a little bit too much money, but I know big picture wise, I'm gonna be all right. I'm going to still be keeping my hand on the pulse to make sure I'm not overspending, but I am going to go a little more than I usually do. I mean, I already did. There's a lot of stuff that I'm looking at this Amazon thing over here and I'm like, dang, bruh, we got a lot of spending that we did. But the point is just keep in focus that as long as the big picture items are moving in the right direction, as long as on a regular basis, you're eating your salmon, you're eating your greens, you're eating your fruits, you're eating your vegetables, it's okay during the Christmas season when you go to your parents' house to just indulge, to eat candy, to eat cookies, to eat all the pastries that are around you, to lazy around and get the itis because you ate too much food, or not even work out, which I hope I'll work out when I go home, but I don't know if I will because I need access to a gym and I may not have that. So as long as I'm moving in the right direction, it's okay for these lapses to happen because the big picture wise, things are still moving in the right direction. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all. I hope y'all learned one, maybe two things out of this entire thing. And if you did, share this podcast with one person that you love, one person that you hate, and one person you're just kind of like, about. And by that time, you'd have shared it with every single person that you know. But it's been your boy Kelechi. I hope you learned. It's been your boy Kelechi. And I'm going to catch y'all up on the next one. Remember, generosity is always greater than greed. God bless each and every single one of y'all. And your boy's out of here. Peace.